Dear riders, my name is Arun Vasudevan and welcome you to MTechnics video series wherein we are trying to answer all the questions the riders have asked. And many a time we had a question coming back to us regarding the performance of the motorcycle. So we are here to welcome you to our motorcycle testing lab, which is Race Dynamics located in Bangalore. And today we are testing three different vehicles. One is Super Meteor 650, second is Interceptor 650, and the third one is Hunter 350. These three motorcycles we will be testing with the help of belt drives as well as on the chain, and we will bring you the results. And you can see the graph of how the performance are measured on the lab. So you will be much more confident to have a beautiful royal ride, and we wanted you to ride beyond the ordinary. So riders, we have done the dyno test for all three bikes here, and we were so fortunate to have Mr. Ashish. He's a very well experienced dyno test engineer available in this town at the moment, and I know him since a lot of years. So thank you very much, Ashish, for having us here and get the test done.
Sure.
And generally, the series of MTechnics video we are starting to answer the questions what riders are asking about. Sometimes we got the questions, what about the power? What happens to the power output kind of a thing? And that's the reason we came here to do the dyno test. And could you please explain what you found on the dyno test results, all three bikes?
Yeah. So as of today, you have three bikes. That's your Hunter 350, an Interceptor 650, and your Super Meteor.
Yes.
So in these conditions, let us start off with your Hunter itself.
Hmm.
So when we go to the Hunter, you will see like even though it's in a complete bone stock condition, so it did close to around after company claims around like after their loss and everything, the Hunter is doing around like 15.2 horsepower and 23 Nm of torque onto the wheels. So that is with your chain drive in complete bone stock exhaust, stock filter, everything. So with respect to the belt drive, as you can see, since it's a very, it's just a 350cc, it's a very kind of a cruiser style, underpowered for the city.
Yes.
So you can see it's not at all lost any horsepower. It's actually gained a very marginal, maybe you can say around like 0.3 horsepower. So it's not that drastic when compared what the results were expected.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
because answer to the Hunter users is there is no losses at all. There is a slight gain, but it's a significant minute gain. So we don't want to claim over that gain, but you can rest assured there is no loss at all. Right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So now let's move on with the Interceptor 650. So the Interceptor company claims close to around like this is a BS6 version, that too. So with that you have close to around like 44 to 45, depends on the how the engine has been maintained as well. So that's what they claim at the crank from the factory. And after your losses and everything, a typical well maintained one does close to around like 41.8. This is exactly that's what doing. And when we compare it to the belt drive, it's actually doing like 3 horsepower more.
Yes.
That's a lot for a stock bike.
44.4.
Yeah.
3 horsepower more.
So torque, it's just reached your 50 Nm mark. So that's actually very huge, very huge.
From the RPM, from which RPM actually the gain starts?
So idealistically, in this particular engine, it starts off from 4,000. In other bikes, if it's maintained in even pristine condition, it might start off from the word go, from you
Okay.
throttle itself, from 2000 itself throughout power.
From the initial stage
Yes,
itself,
yes.
we're gaining the power. Okay. That's a good one.
So now let's see what the Super Meteor has done. Yeah, so in this, you can see like the Super Meteor again, they claim 44 to the crank. So even though this is in stock condition, it's doing around 40.7 and 46.3 Nm of torque. And when it comes to the belt drive, it's doing exactly 2 horsepower more. But this you can see it's from the word go.
We can even say 3 horsepower is almost 2.7.
Yes, yes.
It's almost 3 horsepower more.
Yeah. Right from the start 2000 you have the gains throughout it is.
So Super Meteor has got a super result with
Yes.
the belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's beefy, it gives more horsepower.
So that's the message for all the riders out here. I hope your questions are answered properly with the help of a veteran here. Okay. Any more doubts you have, you can feel free to contact us because we wanted you to ride beyond an ordinary. Thank you so much, Ashish.
Thank you, sir.